which means you're growing yourself. Letters of recommendation or reference, quality trumps everything. If you can't get them to say something good about you, go to someone else. Instructor versus preceptor versus employer. Kind of depends what you're applying for. So if you're applying for a clinical type of position, for example, as much as your on-campus faculty may be able to give you a really good recommendation, how much does that weigh compared to another clinician? Because there are some people out in the quote-unquote working world that look at people in academia and go, those people have no clue what they're doing because they're so far removed from the profession. They're clueless. Yeah, they may think they're a really nice guy, but this, they can't function. There's a saying we used to have at Kaiser: you couldn't find your butt with both hands. It's one of those deals. So if you're going for a clinical type position, maybe you want clinical type people as your primary reference. If you want to go towards academia, maybe you want primarily academic type people because they understand what you're trying to get and they can relate better to the people who are interviewing you. So, or maybe you want a good mix. It depends how you want to play it. There's no right way and there's no real wrong way. It just is whatever works for you at that particular circumstance. And every circumstance changes. So, supporting documents, have your letter of references ready to go, just in case someone asks. If you ask someone for a real letter, everybody's busy. And if you want someone to write a good letter for you, it takes time. As some of you know who write. Like you were saying, your dad will just hack up stuff you write. Some people go with the approach, this is how I'm going to write my letter. It's going to be diary of the mind. I'm going to put everything on the paper humanly possible. And then when I come back, I'm going to start shaving and shaping and removing and adding and all that kind of stuff. But at least you get all the ideas out there so you don't forget anything. It's just a matter of molding it, and that takes a lot of time. I will tell you that when I was running for board of directors for ASCP the first time, those little candidate statements, which like that big on a piece of paper, took me 40 hours to do those 3 paragraphs. It took do it once, shape it, give it to someone to look at, incorporate a couple of other ideas, basically rework the whole thing again over and over and over. And it took about 40 hours just for that one little statement that was printed up. It takes a long time. Writing takes time. So give yourself and give your writers enough time to do it. 1 is none and 2 is 1. That is a gun saying. If you have one gun, that's the one that's going to fail when you need it most. But if you have a backup gun, then you at least have one that works. So, if you need X number of references, letters, or whatever, let's say you need 2, don't just ask 2, because stuff happens. Maybe they, for a very, very good reason, that second person can't write it. They can't make it on time. Family emergency, that kind of junk. If you have 3, then you got a backup. If you have 4, then you feel more comfortable, assuming that you picked carefully. And even though they said, submit no more than 2, so you submit a 3rd one. If it's good, no loss. If you submit a 4th one, as long as it's good, no loss. All they can do is just discount it. But they can't really, because it's human nature. If you get a 3rd one or a 4th one, they're going to glance at it. And if it's good, good for you. That's what you wanted. So, don't just go with the minimum number. You have to plan beyond just in case stuff happens. Yeah, retards, we all know one. That's my wife said, yeah, you're the one on the right. Personal statements. We kind of went over that. Oh, point number 6. you do need to ask for what you want. So you may have this really nice personal statement, but he didn't ask for the residency, or he didn't ask for the job. So you should plainly put that either in the first paragraph and or the last paragraph. Thank you very much for considering me for this particular residency position. I would very much like to become part of your team, part of your, what you offer me the job, whatever, however you want to word it. But you should ask for it. And I learned that from this guy named Charlie Brown at CPHA, who's a longtime member, and if you ever hear him stand up in a House of Delegates thing, he always asks you to vote for whatever way he's asking, because half that stuff is so convoluted. After they finish, did he want us to vote yes on that or no? But he's very clear. He will specifically tell you all the stuff he wants you to hear, all the reasons, and I would like you to, I respectfully ask for your vote no on this item. So you know where he stands. It's very clear. So you should probably be clear also. All right. This is just basic construction. Summary, personal statement, cover letter, whatever the heck you want to call it. Explains why you want it, tailor it to each program or employer. The good thing is you have computers. I didn't. I had a typewriter. So you can have version 2 of your resume, or version 3, or version 4. Why not? It makes you look good and you're not lying. Why not? Personal statement should be the same way. You should tailor it. You can. With word processors, it's easy to do. Highlight the good relevant stuff, add information otherwise not found in other places. So that might be one purpose of having that statement. Maybe there was just something that didn't really fit on the CV, so that's where you put it. Concise, complete, and to the point. People don't have time to read tons and tons of stuff. Formatted. Everyone has crummy eyes. I got progressives which are like quadrifocals, and I still have to use computer glasses because I can't see stuff. So make it easy for people to read. And then on the other side, I would limit it to no more than 5 paragraphs. The first one is, what you bring and what you want. The second one is detailed evidence. Point 1, this is why I deserve it. Point 2, this is why I deserve it. Point 3, that's about the most people can comprehend. And then point 4, summarize it and ask for it again. Real simple, very straightforward. Any questions? You guys have any questions? Ashley, Qua? So, all right. Going forward, if you guys need stuff on this, let me know. But this is my basic deal because you guys probably should have it sooner than later. So, okay, let's take a quick break and then we'll keep moving and get out of here hopefully at a decent hour because I have to actually break all this down anyways.